get up and get groovy.
Kid, what's up with you? Let's get up and play. Do something. Stop slumping like a lump all day. Get on up, come on. Get out the door. Let's shake that booty like never before. Let's run, have fun. Let's jump and groove. Get up and get that body up. Make it move.
Get up, and be a player. Get up.
Woo. Let's run, have fun. Get up and be a player.
Get up and play an hour a day.
Ouch! Sorry. For cool playtime ideas, go online. Just don't stay long.
Run to get online. Listen to good news all the time. If you're looking for news that makes you feel so fine, tune into good news when you get online. Life-affirming, thought-provoking stories and more. News that makes you smile before you walk out the door. If you're looking for news to enrich your mind, tune into good news when you get online. Run to get online. Listen to good news all the time. Run to get online. GoodNewsBroadcast.com.
Welcome. My name is
That's always a good thing.
It doesn't just teach you the book stuff.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
That's always a good thing.
Hi, my name is Paul Slackis. I'm with Good News Broadcast. I'm here with my position.
Welcome. My name is Claire.
Hi, this is Paul Slackis, Good News Broadcasting in McEnroe.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
I'm T.S. Mo.
Hi, my name is Paul Slackis. I'm with Good News Broadcast. Hi, my name is Paul Slackis. This is Good News Broadcast. Aren't you tired of bad news, especially without solutions or conversations? Well, we are as well. For the past 10 years, GoodNewsBroadcast.com has created thousands of programs of which people are doing good for the world. We find, we receive, we create life-affirming, thought-provoking, good news, entertainment, and events. Upbeat, not beat-up news, positive news. Good News Broadcast is non-political, non-sectarian, non-judgmental. We're just sharing the great news of the world. So now we've created a one-hour TV pilot, of which you're going to see today, and hopefully you'll tune back each and every day to hear good news. So let's go right to Florence Henderson, the mom of the Brady bunch, talking about family and food and how they all get together and the importance of family dinner. Florence?
Florence, how are you?
Oh, well, I'm good, Paul. How are you doing?
Florence, I tell you, I've never been so good as the opportunity to be here with you.
Well, thank you, and hey, I'm pretty lucky myself. Well, you know what? I did a cooking show on the Nashville Network for 9 years, and then I did a series on PBS called Shortcut Cooking. So you kind of gather from those shows that I don't need to spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen. I'm interested in doing something that's nutritious and delicious and quick.
The family world of sitting down all together as a family and discussing the day and the future and so on and so forth, where do you think that has gone? Is that still around?
Well, I think it is on some level. I wish people would be more aware of how important it is. You know, today with so much television, with Game Boys, with, you know, the computer, kids want to run off and do those things, which is fine, but I do think it should be limited, and I think that families should try to spend a short time together sharing a meal. I mean, that's when people talk, that's when they really share their honest feelings, and I think it gives a parent an opportunity to teach a child how to eat healthy.
Thanks, Lawrence, for talking about the family and the family dinners. There are many benefits. A lot of wonderful people come out and help worthy causes. One of the largest benefits here in New York is the Samuel Waxman Cancer Foundation. Chevy Chase is the host of this one, and he shares a few of his thoughts about the foundation and about the evening overall in general. Chevy? Hi, Paul Slackis, Good News Broadcast, speaking to Chevy Chase. Hi, Chevy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm really good. Actually, you have no idea how important this is for me to get to speak with you, because the last time we spoke, you were at an event. Paul Simon was appearing. There was Spencer Foreman in the hospital, the Children's Hospital,
That's right.
And the bus that would...
Irwin Redletter.
Right.
Redletter.
And I got over to interview you, which I was so happy about. And guess what? The tape broke. I cannot believe it, but it.
Well, let's hope for the best.
So now, this is sometimes you get a second chance. congratulations. You're the host for this evening.
Yeah.
And how's it going so far? How do you see the entire evening? You see a lot of concerned people about breast cancer and about cancer overall in general?
There's a lot of drunks,
Okay.
basically.
That's
This is
a
a
good way to
party
get your mind
night
off
for them.
it.
No, I think that the crowd is here. These benefits are rather remarkable. They raise a lot of money for the Waxman Foundation, and which is good. But when all is said and done, you get a lot of hedge fund guys and young people, people in their 40s and who just want to party, want to have fun and want to spend money, which is good for the auctions. And I think that the subject itself of cancer and cancer research it doesn't lend itself to an evening like this. Everybody knows in their heart of hearts where the money's going. But it's not something that I'm going to make use of in my performance. Or it's certainly difficult for a comedian, to talk about cancer. So, and thank God, knock on wood, I don't have an issue in my family. But I'm sure there are many people here who do have issues, and I just think it's sort of out of bounds for the entertainment portion.
Okay. Your wife is here, though, with you, right? And I believe she's wearing Margot Manhattan's one of the bracelets, right?
All right. She is.
Good.
I got cufflinks.
You got cufflinks?
Yeah, I had to wear this shirt and tie just for the cufflinks.
Okay, let's see
Kinda sad, isn't
the
it?
cufflinks.
There's the cufflink.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Is it?
Oh, I think so.
And then there's one there.
Oh, there's both on both sides.
Well,
and Margot's
of course.
fantastic.
You have to have both.
And she's but usually they're not as exquisite on both sides. One side is just a little thing that takes you half an hour or a quarter of a day.
This took me a half an hour to put on. You couldn't quite fit them through the holes.
What a character. Thanks, Chevy. Boy, I love you in all those great movies. I just start laughing just thinking about all the good times and all those vacations. How do you get to go on so many vacations? Okay, so now we're going to talk about corporate social responsibility. So we talked about nonprofits, and now we're going to talk about good corporations going out and doing good. We take a wonderful landmark here in America, a shoe house in Pennsylvania, and Chris Uptung goes all around to these landmarks and gets good corporate support and community support. In this case, will help needy people who need shoes. It's all good. All right? Chris, tell us what's happening.
I'm speaking to Chris Uptung. Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm good, Paul. How you doing?
Good. I'm happy to get to talk to you. We had some technical difficulties. The
I
shoes
know.
weren't fitting properly.
It's a good setup.
We were going to compensate, right?
Let's go. I know where this is going, so you lead and I'll follow.
You know where this is going. We're a pop culture historian. That's who I'm speaking with, Chris Uptung. We've spoken with you before.
Uh-huh.
And you've done some, what they right here, this is their words, quirky and unusual landmarks.
Right. That's
all across the United States. And today is no different than you're down in Hellam, Hellam, Pennsylvania.
Right by York.
Okay, by York, all right. World's largest shoe house, okay? Hi, Chris, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Real well. I grew up in the shoe business, Chris. And so I really wanted to get to speak to you because, one, you're very quirky. Now, you're very innovative.
Thank you.
In what you're doing, and I thank you for doing it because these are landmarks, and I love happy, healthy landmarks such as this. So tell us about this largest shoe and why you're there.
Well, the shoe is amazing. As a guy in the shoe business, you'll appreciate the fact that Malin Haynes built it. He was called, he was kind of the shoe maven around here. He had a chain of shoe stores in Pennsylvania. And in 1948, he built this great monument, which is a fully functional 3-bedroom house, to kind of promote his shoe business and also kind of promote himself. And it was, I think, a real masterstroke because over the years, tens of thousands of people have stopped here to visit, to have an ice cream, to take a tour. It's a classic roadside structure. I'm here with part of the Hampton Hotel Save a Landmark program. We're helping refurbish this landmark. We came out yesterday with a bunch of employees and volunteers. We've painted the entire shoe, which is no small feat. It's about 25 feet tall and 48 feet long. So it's been a real project, but a lot of fun. And again, it's looking better than ever after today.
Yeah, it's definitely not a small feat. It's a big foot.
Yes.
So, what is the community like? And I think that there's some real wonderful outreach here. I went to a website called GiveShoes.org.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Well, there's a group, that Hampton aligned themselves with for this particular refurbishment, whereby people are donating shoes, hundreds of pairs of shoes that go to those who are needy, who have been stricken by natural disasters all around the world. And in the last 2 days, just truckloads, carloads of people come up emptying their shoes here. They're being gathered up to the right of me here. It's really been an amazing process, not just fixing up the shoe house, but watching people give and give and give to help those that are less fortunate.
Well, that's Shoes for the Souls,
Yes.
.org, and Step Up Nashville Live, and there's a whole bunch of, actually on October 9th, there's an event down there to, I guess, Souls for Shoes.
Yeah, I think Soul for Soul is the group here. They've all got very clever sort of double entendre names. I believe Soul for Soul is the outlet that's working with Hampton here. And but they're all good, and they all generate this great goodwill. I know the people of York and the surrounding areas have been super generous with their shoes and their time and coming out.
It's all good, Chris. You're always doing good things.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for having me back, too. I like coming back on here. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris, for talking about the Shoe House. If you're ever having a bad day, go and volunteer somewhere in a hospital, in a food kitchen. You're going to perk yourself right up and know that you have helped some other people. Your self-esteem will grow. Talking about self-esteem, we're now going to go to England, where the winner of the English Idol, which the American Idol was created after, Paul Potts, will be sharing his thoughts about self-esteem and confidence. Paul?
My voice has always been my best friend. If I was having problems with bullies at school, I always had my voice to fall back on.
Paul, what are you here for today, Paul?
To sing opera. I was always a little bit different. So I think that's the reason sometimes that I struggle with self-confidence. Confidence has always been sort of like a difficult thing for me. I've always found it a little bit difficult to be completely confident in myself.
Absolutely, yes.
Amanda?
Yes.
Paul? You are through to the next round.
Paul Potts can really sing, and confidence is so important in life, and enthusiasm as well. We're going to hear from a very enthusiastic gentleman. His name is Patrick McEnroe, and he's running the Davis Cup team, and they are all excited about bringing the Davis Cup to America. Let's hear it from Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. How are you?
I'm good, Paul. Yourself?
Good. I'm fantastic. So the Davis Cup...
We're hoping to bring it, for permanently, well, at least for a year, to win it. It's coming to, we're having a home match for the final, which is the first time we've had the Davis Cup final on American soil since 1992, which was down in Fort Worth, Texas. And by the way, a young kid named Andy Roddick was actually at that match as a 9-year-old watching the U.S. team. So he's obviously leading our team now and our #1 singles player, and hopeful that we can bring this thing home and win the Davis Cup this year.
Thanks, Patrick. Andy Roddick sure has gone a long way. Next on the program will be Dr. Bill Baker, who is the president of the PBS station here in New York, WNET. A lot of good news has been coming out of WNET for many, many years, and we're so proud to get the opportunity to share Dr. Baker and some of the programming that they do. What do you think has been, for you personally, the reason for, working so hard to make this thing work?
Well, I mean, one of the things about this particular place, about public television in general and Channel 13 in particular, is that we have a mission. The mission isn't to make money. Our mission is to use this, the most powerful force in our society, to try to enrich it, to make it a better place. So when you have purpose behind you, when you have a mission of that scale, it's pretty easy, I think, for us to, want to do and work hard and want to do a good job. And I think the folks here have clearly done that over the years.
And I guess the last thing that I think is very special about that in the process of this build-out is the volunteers and the amount of people that come into this facility and the pledge drives and answer the phones and so on and so forth. It's just very, very special.
Yeah, well, we have probably 2,000 volunteers here, and And you're right, they answer the phones, they do everything. I never forgot when I first came to this place 20 years ago. We were in our old studio on 57th Street, and there was a little lady in the elevator that I'd never been in the building, and I came in as the president. There was a little woman in this, elderly woman in the elevator, who looked up at me and she said, "Are you Baker?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am." And she said, "Look, Mr. Baker, I'm a volunteer here. I've been here a volunteer for many years. This is a great place. Don't screw it up." And I said, "Ma'am, I'll do my best not to. I hope I haven't let her down." She's still a volunteer.
I imagine she is. They are the most wonderful, wonderful people in the world. Thanks, Dr. Baker. You have done what that volunteer has asked you to do. You have made a great station over all these many years. I know you're retiring, and we wish you the greatest of all success. Next on the program is Claire Diab, who's the director of the Deepak Chopra Centers, as well as the founder of American Yoga Academy. Actually, Deepak Chopra will be doing a show on PBS in the upcoming weeks. So, Claire?
Welcome. My name is Claire, and we're going to do a little movement today. First, I just want to let you know that yoga is an ancient philosophy. It originated in India thousands of years ago. Yoga is a Sanskrit word. Sanskrit is an ancient language. And when you translate yoga into English, it means union. It's the union of our mind, body, and soul. And through breathing, movement, relaxation, meditation, all of these wonderful things we'll be experiencing in each show, we come to that space of union within. And when we feel the union within, we then begin to feel a union with everyone and everything in the universe. And it's a really beautiful way to live.
Thanks, Claire, for sharing some of the history of what yoga actually really means. At the end of the program, Claire also is going to show us some positions that we can actually partake in. So stay tuned. Next, we're going to have a little segment here of a wonderful Gershwin song in which very few words are saying a lot. Okay, we have David Stanton playing the piano and Marcello Padilla singing to us. Thank you, and then we're going to go to some commercial breaks.
I studied all the rhymes that all the lovers sing. Then just for you, I wrote this little thing. Blah, 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 moon. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 croon. Blah, 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 above.
Big dreams and good grades aren't enough to get into college. There are actual steps you need to take. Finding someone who can help is the first and most important. For the next steps, go to knowhowtogo.org.
I remember how much you said you liked wine. Oh.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Hi, we're back. Wasn't that a great group of do-gooders talking about family values, volunteerism, helping the needy, taking care of yourself, confidence in yourself, self-esteem, optimism, collaboration of mind, body, and spirit into one union, and blah, 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 blah. Love. Love is the answer. Our show is interactive, and you can hear all these stories and all these interviews on goodnewsbroadcast.com. In most cases, these stories will be much longer, as normally we don't believe in editing. Actually, we like live programs. We are the real in reality television. On the website, with each story, you can chat, ask a question that we will get to the guest, shop, or upload a video or audio that you feel is appropriate for the subject. Build a social network of do-gooders. For example, on Florence Henderson's segment, if you want to share your family having dinner, you are more than welcome. Your good news is our good news, and all we are is what we are for each other. We are a humanitarian website. Additionally, on our site, we have Good News Planet, which is in foreign languages.